Hi, Aries. Welcome to your October 2015 Alchemy Scope. I'm Erin from the Alchemy of Holism. Let's get started. So this is a 6-point Alchemy Scope, holistic, if you've not tuned in before. So let's start right off with the Sabian symbol. So the scopes look into the symbology and the archetypal stories that are embedded within living systems, within the energy sets, the cycles, the patterns that we're living through. And so we'll start with the symbology. So we had a new moon the other day, and the Sabian symbol at the 20-degree Virgo point in the 360-degree zodiac was a girls' basketball team. Now, of course, this new moon not only starts this cycle, which this scope follows, new moon to new moon, but it was also a partial solar eclipse that was visible down in the southern hemisphere, like Madagascar and Antarctica. But we still feel it. I mean, you know, the globe still feels it, the earth still feels it, we all still feel it, and it's a very impactful, juicy point. And for any of you out there that are aware of what's going on, September is an exceedingly juicy month. We do start our eclipse season, but there's more going on. There's an energy surge that's kind of passing through the planet, and it's passing through us, and it's a lighter frequency. Our frequencies are elevating, things are happening, things are moving. And so it might have been in the last couple of weeks you perhaps have felt some bodily responses to the density in your body, so maybe aches and pains, or who knows what, all kinds of things could have been coming up for you. So it's a powerful month. So this particular Sabian symbol also imbuing the thematic energy set for this cycle, a girls' basketball team. And that, as I've said on some of the other scopes for this month, you know, this is talking about girls, women, the feminine, many different aspects of the feminine coming together, joining together in a team, in community, in union, with optimism, with play, to play the game. And of course, life is the game. So this is about, there's an interesting energy set, perhaps, of women bonding in groups or in sub-collectives to work together to bring forward the new paradigm. So interesting, because this is a very rich and powerful month. So we'll see. So let's go on to Aries, your I Ching. So again, if you've tuned in before, you know that I pull up the I Ching to represent your the Aries energy set. So for the collective, we're all going through a girls' basketball team energy. And then for the microcycle for Aries, I'm pulling up the I Ching. You receive number 18, repairing what is spoiled. Now the 2 trigrams, there's 3 lines above, 3 lines below. The 2 trigrams that make up this particular hexagram are mountain above, wind below, okay? So I'm reading here from the Visionary I Ching. Something has been spoiled, and it is time to repair the damage. In the world of human affairs, indulgence and corruption grow like weeds in an untended garden. They must be faced squarely and rooted out through bold action. Eliminating corruption and the sloppiness that often leads to corruption is one of the most ennobling of all human enterprises, and can clear the way for fresh new beginnings. Such repair leads to supreme success. The time has come to be lean and efficient, Aries. The weeds must be rooted out now before the whole garden is lost. Fighting decay, indifference, and corruption is not a simple matter. All steps must be evaluated carefully, and planning must precede action. Resist the temptation to strike out prematurely. Gather strength behind you and marshal your inner resources, because arresting decay is no simple matter. When you do act, pay close attention to the process. Make your strike as precise and clear as the path of a surgeon's knife. So Aries, there's something here that's needing to be cleaned up, seen clearly and cleaned up, okay? So I'm using my Siri deck again this month. So let's move on to the second point of your alchemy scope. So this is my Siri deck. Most of you are familiar with it. I use it. This is my own personal deck, 144 card. And I've already shuffled, as I do. And so let's go ahead and pull the spread. When I shuffle, I always ask what circumstance or situation is likely to come forward for at least the majority of Aries-centric scope people over the course of this cycle. So let's see what we have. Aries, I have some meditation music on in the background, but it might be, I purposely put it a little bit low because some of my other scopes this month, it was too distracting. So hopefully you can hear a little bit of it though. It's beautiful. Okay. So the central theme, Aries, for you could be diet, like food. However, I don't think that's it. I think it's nurturance. It looks, Aries, for you, nurturance. Let me look at it though. Your health is at play. It does look like, and this is not too surprising because keep in mind, our new moon was in Virgo, and Virgo is all about health of the system, including the body system. So it's the planetary system, it's the community system, and it's the body system. It's the details of everything to make sure it's dynamic equilibrium and everything's working correctly. All the details are working correctly. And you did receive the food and the health card, both. So it could very well be that your body is feeling the effects of the new moon in Virgo, which is about the body, but also this energy transmutation that we're all going through this month, which is serious. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. You know, it's interesting because, hold on a second. Okay, Aries, I'm going to show you the cards in a second, but it's almost as if you're bringing you've discovered something. You're changing. You've discovered something, and you're bringing this new learning to the fore. And it's like you're getting resistance from your family, your physical family, or your network that's like a family. So it's as if you're bringing information forward, new information that you've learned that's helping you, that's helping your health. And it might be that you're receiving some resistance. So you're feeling a bit upset this month. So there's some sadness that comes up for you, some darkness, like some dark feelings come up. But it's because of this. So there's some resistance that you're receiving. And it could very well be, so what I was going to say at the beginning was, it could be that this is about diet and food and the health of the physical body. But really what I was initially getting for this for you was nurturance. So Aries, for you during this mid-September to mid-October new moon cycle for us, it might be that you're feeling a lack of nurturance. So you have some darkness that you're feeling with regard to food. Now this is like spiritual food as well. It's the abundance of life. It's feeling nurtured and that you've been given to, that you give and that you've been given to. So it could very well be that this month is not necessarily about diet and bodily health, but it's about how you feel nurtured and how maybe you're not feeling nurtured. And there's something you feel, you're thinking that something, first of all, it might be that you are thinking that you've been hiding. It's almost like you feel like you've been hiding how you're improving yourself, like things that you're doing to improve yourself. And because of the resistance within the family, it could be, because you don't feel nurturance there, right? But it could be, it's very interesting. I mean, it could be that you've been hiding some improvements that you've been making to yourself. And these could be spiritual improvements, they could be physical improvements. But it's, that's my grandpa, by the way. So this is my custom deck. By the way, if you want to make your own custom divination deck, I have a video on that. So you can go to my main channel and you can find that video. But it's almost as if you're receiving resistance from the family, and you're kind of hiding the improvements that you've made, maybe because you feel that you'll be ridiculed or something, you know, that they'll bring something up that, you know, doesn't vibe with you right now, because maybe you have been working on yourself and you are going through changes and you are waking up to new aspects of yourself. And it could be that you're within a group of people, you know, because keep in mind, family, the family card is not just family, blood family, but it's also who we consider to be our family as well. But they're causing some darkness. And so, you know, there is this kind of aspect of you not being fully expressed. There's this hiding that is going on. And your hope is a little bit, I guess, like hopefulness, like you're hoping to receive positive feedback, but it's not, I guess it's not flowing as much during this cycle as perhaps you would like it to. That's what I want to say. So why don't we do this? Let's move on to the other cards, because as it always does, it always brings out more of the story. So, and I think what I'm going to do, usually I do the Ascended Master, but I'm going to pull the Carolyn Miss Archetype now. So this is what qualities are wanting to be evolved through you this month, matured within you this month. So let's see what's coming up here. And by the way, I have an extra goodie for you this month as well. Okay, so this is Carolyn Miss. Keep in mind, archetypes are quality sets. Archetypes are not mysterious. They live everywhere. They live throughout all of the cosmos. They live throughout all of nature. They live within our psyche. They live within our bodies. Archetypes are simply quality sets that can be identified. You know, they have certain trajectories, certain arcs, and a certain quality set. Ooh, what's coming here? That came pretty fast. So Aries, you're getting Prince. And let me read it because I can't read it in the, well, it's in the camera. So this is what wants to be matured through you, Aries. So this is from using power for self-aggrandizement to romantic charm and potential for power. So what's wanting to be grown, evolved, matured, Aries, through you is romantic charm and potential for power. So it's about accessing that kind of charming, engaging, engaged, almost somewhat whimsical, somewhat humorous, kind of innocent, but coming forward in a way that has potentiality. It's like you're tapping into the potentiality of yourself. You're becoming Prince, see? You're becoming the empowered entity that's going to become king, that's going to become queen. This is Prince and Princess, I would say. So that's interesting. Prince. So there's a power element, Aries, that's coming through there, see? And, you know, it could very well be that that's because you might be feeling shy. You might be feeling like you just want to withdraw. You're going to, you know, you're going to grow yourself. You're going to evolve yourself. You're going to maybe instigate some health regimes that are different than the family, you know, or some other general spiritual health regimes that are different from what people expect of you. So Prince is about kind of embodying, assimilating, becoming the power, becoming the confident one, but also using charm, which I think is really interesting. So the charm kind of pulls in humor and a lightness. There's a playfulness about charm. And yeah, I think playfulness will help you for sure. It'll help with the giving function here, which is in the spread. I didn't show you this card. So the accessing the charm within kind of speaks to or is reflective of a playfulness, which is indicative of living systems as well, by the way. So yeah, it's kind of going with the flow a little bit, but there's a power there too. Okay, so let's see what's coming. Oh, Aries, this is so good. Let me get the book. So this is see the other person's point of view. So for the family member or the group of friends that's like family, or the network that you hang with that's like your family, this is about seeing the other's perspective. And two, I have to say, understanding that the other's perspective, if it's triggering you, is simply a reflection of your own wounding about your own belief system. That's all they're doing. If it's triggering you, you know it's a wound within yourself. Okay, so let me, I think that's amazing, Aries. I mean, I have to say, I'm never that amazed by these spreads because they are magical, but that being said, I still kind of am amazed. Okay, so you have strong emotions about a situation and you may feel upset, misunderstood, or used. This card comes to you, Aries, as a pathway to peace by asking you to consider others' points of view. You don't need to agree with these other individuals. You're simply asked to understand their motivations and to have compassion for their feelings. This process can positively shift the energy of power struggles, much like letting go of a rope during a tug of war. As you see the other person's point of view, you open the door for creative solutions to enter. And then she has some other little notes here, which I think I'm going to read. See yourself through the eyes of any person you desire to know or to meet. Let go of defensiveness in your relationships. Look past the surface personality and see the divine within. Forgive past hurts and start anew. So, Aries, it's quite something. I'll show you the card again as well. And then I have a little surprise for you. So here's the card. Amazing, really amazing. Okay, so because as I said in some of the other scopes that I've filmed already, I have been having some amazing experiences with animals while out. And so I'm going to do what I did a few months ago. And this is a reference guide. It doesn't come with a deck. So I'm literally going to, intuitively select a page for you and to see what animal totem wants to come up for Aries during the cycle. It always gives another perspective, another point of view to the spread. Elephant, Aries. Another sign also got elephant. Okay, so let me show it to you. Elephant for Aries. Okay, beautiful. Make it a point to be of service in some way to the young, elderly, or those less fortunate than yourself. Do not let anything stand in the way of attaining this goal that is so integral to your purpose. You have the determination and persistence required to overcome the current challenges that you're faced with. Oh, there's a little more here. Trust your senses, and if something in your life smells bad, take the necessary action to do away with it. Remain loyal to those closest to you in spite of anyone questioning their integrity. It's a good time to renew your sense of connectedness to the divine. Really good, Aries. That's beautiful. Really, really good. So let's take a look at the Dakini. So your Dakini goddess that came forward for you. Now, Dakinis are the 64 Yogini Dakinis from India are goddesses in a pantheon, in a mandala that embody different aspects of the feminine. Because I had somebody ask, and it's true, I have stuff on my website about it, but I don't typically talk about the Dakinis on every scope. So the Dakinis are powerful. So these are different embodiments, different aspects of the feminine. And what I do for you is I pull a Dakini from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle and to see which goddess, so if you're male or female, it doesn't matter, which goddess to embody during this particular cycle to optimize your month, to optimize you to flow with most efficiency over the course of this next cycle. Aries, a beautiful one. You received number 15, Creatrix. And again, I'm going to read here some of it. And then there's a full PDF document that Penny Slinger has written. And those are in the online library that I have on my website. And the link is below the video. Creatrix. From the air of consciousness, the fire of inspiration comes and is replicated in the world as the inspirational fire of the artist. Creatrix is the Dakini of creativity, particularly in relation to the visual arts. She is the bridge between the worlds of unmanifest potential. Keep in mind about the potentiality of Prince there, okay? So the worlds of unmanifest potential and manifest form. She pulls from Purusha, consciousness, and pushes into Prakriti, nature or manifest form. In the arena of cause and effect, she is a prime mover, matching potential with the ability to bring it into being. Creatrix is the artist archetype, weaver of worlds and creator of magical illusions. Her art is the means she employs to remove the veils of mundane perception and reveal the underlying current of infinite potential, limitless creativity. Now, the reason this is a powerful Dakini by its own right, but the fact that this is coming up for you now, as we're about to move into this next full moon total lunar eclipse coming up at the end of this month, which is supposed to be essentially the crest of a big wave of energy that's going to hit us. And by the way, this is nothing to be afraid of. This is to be embraced. So this is about you really becoming the creator that you are. Because Aries, inherently, you're the initial sign of the zodiac. It's the initiator. It's the creative surge. So it's as if the Dakini is saying, re-embody your creatorship. You as manifest. You are a manifester. And this is about you really tapping in, Aries, okay? By the way, before I finish, I want to let you know that because this month is so powerful, I am offering 90-minute in-depth Skype sessions for $99. The link is below. If you're interested, we can get very clear on your encoded soul print and what's activated for you this month. So what's asking to be eclipsed out and what's asking to be birthed anew. There's a lot going on, so I can help you. And the link is below the video, and it'll be on the video as well. Okay, so the Dakini transmission, Aries, for you with this Dakini is, my bliss is in seeing the visions of light. To express them in form, I take my delight. This inner fire burns day and night. I'm ever aflame with the wondrous insight. And then the affirmations for this particular Dakini are, all creation flows through me. All creation flows through me. There is nothing in the way. I am an empty vessel, open to infinite potential. I can repaint my life. I'm going to say that again. All creation flows through me. There is nothing in the way. I am an empty vessel, open to infinite potential. I can repaint my life. And it's true. So Aries, you're really tapped in this month. I think you're really primed to access this energy set. We all are, but we all have our different themes playing out, see? So I send you so much love. I will have some other videos. I can't believe it's already the middle of the month. So, you know, it's time for me is going very rapidly now. Days are disappearing, the months are disappearing, weeks are going quickly. My goal is before the next Alchemy Scopes to have a bunch of tool videos up for you, okay? But if you would like a session, if you would like to know your archetypal profile, your symbolic profile, or to have the package, to have an hour, 15-minute session with me plus the 2 profiles, all of that is on my service page. So we can either do a September eclipse special 90-minute, or we can do any variety of things that you'd like. Okay, so that's available for you if you'd like it. So I send you all the best, and I'll see you soon, Aries. Bye.